says India has rejected India. Modi 3.0, top focus on India first.
Hello and welcome, you watching India First. I'm Gaurav Savant. At the cusp of a historic hat-trick, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to be sworn as Prime Minister of India for the third consecutive time. And this is only the second time this is happening in the history of our country. The first was Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, that happened in 1962, and now in 2024. A combative Narendra Modi took on the opposition India alliance, accusing them of tarnishing India's reputation, of tarnishing our country. He said he tells the whole world that we are the mother of democracy, but for vested interests, the opposition targeted the Indian democracy. He said this at the NDA parliamentary party meeting. He taunted the opposition. He asked, EVM Zinda hai ya mar gaya? Our report gets you more.
Narendra Modi is ready to take oath as the Prime Minister for the third time. The NDA elected Modi as its leader on Friday. Modi took on the opposition in his address at the NDA meet, taunting the India bloc on EVM.
उन्होंने दिन देखा ना रात देखी. मैंने किसी को पूछा, यार ये तो ठीक है आंकड़े वांकड़े तो, मुझे ये बताओ कि ईवीएम जिंदा है कि मर गया. एक अर्थ में प्रतिबिंब है.
Prime Minister also accused opposition of fear mongering.
ये लोग तय करके बैठे थे कि भारत के लोकतंत्र और लोकतंत्र की प्रक्रिया के प्रति विश्वास ही लोगों का उठ जाए, और लगातार ईवीएम को गाली देना. और मुझे तो लगता था कि शायद इस बार वो ईवीएम की अर्थी का जुलूस निकालेंगे.
He took a jibe at the Congress over the Lok Sabha election results.
साथियों, 10 साल बाद भी कांग्रेस 100 के आंकड़े को नहीं छू पाई. 14, 19 और 24 तीन चुनावों को जोड़ करके कहूं, कांग्रेस के तीन चुनाव जोड़ूं तो इन तीन चुनावों में जितनी सीटें मिली है उससे ज्यादा हमें इस चुनाव में मिली है. हमारे संस्कार ऐसे हैं कि विजय की गोद में उन्माद पैदा नहीं होता है और न ही पराजित लोगों के प्रति उपहास करने के हमारे संस्कार हैं.
Prime Minister Modi accused opposition of deriding Indian democracy.
चुनाव के पीक अवर्स में विश्व में भारत के लोकतंत्र की ताकत को कम आंकने का प्रयास, और कितना एक्सट्रीम है. मैं दुनिया में ढोल पीट रहा हूं कि हम मदर ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी है, और ये दुनिया में जाकर के बता रहे नहीं हमारे देश में तो डेमोक्रेसी जैसा कुछ नहीं, कि वो मोदी बैठ गया है, वो एक चाय बेचने वाला यहां पहुंच कैसे गया, कुछ तो गड़बड़ की होगी. साथियों, एनडीए में
Prime Minister sharpening his attacks on the opposition. The war of words between India bloc and NDA could get more fierce in the coming days. Bureau Report, India Today.
So as the dust settles on election results, Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a frontal attack on the opposition led by the Congress, saying that the BJP in 2024 has more seats than the Congress in the past 3 Lok Sabha elections. The BJP today stands at 240. The Congress has 99 in 2024. It had 52 in 2019 and 44 in 2014, adding up to 195 in all. But the bigger question, has the issue of the electronic voting machine been effectively settled with these results? Will that propaganda about a so-called democratic backslide in India and that India being an elected autocracy, will that propaganda end? Or will that malicious campaign against India to target institutions in India continue both from overseas and from within? Joining me on India First is Dr. S.Y. Qureshi, former Chief Election Commissioner of India. And sir, I want to begin by asking you, has the issue of EVMs been effectively addressed with these 2024 election results?
Well, Gaurav, ever since EVMs were introduced as far back as in 1982, debate and controversy about EVMs has been going on non-stop. Every single party at some point or the other has criticized the machine, and suspected the machine, including the BJP itself. In 2009, they even went on to write a book, Democracy at Risk, with a foreword by Mr. L.K. Advani. But, history has proved that all of them have won by the same machines. So therefore, and I have been defending the EVM till the last day, till the polling day, till the counting date, to the hilt, much to the annoyance of some of my friends who were saying, why are you defending when election commission is quiet? I said, okay, I don't know why they are quiet, I don't know. But if you ask me a question, if the anchors ask me a question, I have to answer. And I speak from my heart, and I've been defending it to the hilt. I said it's impossible to manipulate them. And the one proof which I used to give, which I thought should have been conclusive, that as far back as 5 or 6 months ago, Karnataka election, when BJP is campaigned very extensively, intensively, Prime Minister himself visited 34 times, and they lost so badly. If it could have been manipulated, do you think it would not have been? So what better proof? And then after that, Himachal, Punjab, here and there, earlier Bengal. The fact that EVMs have been causing loss of the election to many people, the governments are falling regularly. So that is the proof. Second thing which I was also arguing, that the current lot of machines were made in 2013. So they could not have been manipulated, because it was in the UPA regime that the current lot of machines were used. So after all these arguments, their opposition to EVM till the last day was totally misguided. And in the process, they were missing out on more serious issues, which I pointed out to them.
Fair enough, and we'll take those serious issues. But if we were to stay and talk about election results currently and the current situation, sir, you've been CEC of India. Opposition leaders, as you very rightly pointed out, have been in the government. They've won elections using the same EVMs. You are authoritatively saying that EVMs cannot be tampered with, and especially now that you also have the VVPAT system.
As I mentioned, that the controversy was at its peak in 2009. And when I became CEC in 2010, and I called in all-party meeting. And all-party meeting was led by no other than Chandrababu Naidu, who was a technology icon. In fact, I was surprised, and I said, Mr. Naidu, you are a technology person, and you are leading an anti-technology delegation. And please tell me, either convince me or I'll convince you. I'll send you out of this room as a brand ambassador of my EVM. Tell me what you want. You know what he said? He said, we are not saying that EVM have manipulated the result in the past, nor are we saying that they will do it in the future. So I said, then what do you want? He says, all they lack is transparency, which means that when you press a button, the vote goes into a machine and the voter cannot see it going to the right destination. I said, what is your solution? He says, introduce VVPAT. Gaurav, believe me, in the same meeting we decided, yes, it's a brilliant idea. We decided in the meeting, or we'll go ahead with a VVPAT. We asked the two factories to start working on it. And we have an independent a committee of 5 IIT professors. And we said, you help the company develop these machines. And within a year, they came out with machine 2011. In 5 cities, we did a whole day mock poll. It failed. There were lots of glitches. We said, all right, go back to the drawing board, improve the machine. Next year in 2005, 12 July, same 5 places, same date, same whole day. It worked very well, and immediately we ordered 20,000 machines, with which we did the first election. Sheila Dixit election was with the EVM. Nagaland election was with the EVM. It all worked very well. And in 2013, when the matter went up to the Supreme Court appreciated the Election Commission's initiative and ordered the government to give us enough money so that we can do 2019 elections in the whole country with the EVM. It's a different matter that the government took 3.5 years to give that money. In fact, I was getting jittery myself, because there were 2 contempt petitions. Then I was suddenly, it's an interesting story for you also. Suddenly I got a call from Principal Secretary to Prime Minister, Mr. Nirpendra Mishra.
Yes.
He said, Qureshi, can you come for some time? I said, sure, sir, tell me. So, and then I told him, sir, why are you sitting on this judgment? There are 2 contempt petitions. You have to do it. You have no option. So why what are you waiting for? He said, we are waiting to meet you. It's a funny thing. I said, sir, you should have called me earlier. So he wanted to understand certain final and technical point, which I explained. Immediately he said, all right, we'll release the machine. My worry at that time was that 3.5 years had gone. Whether the 2 factories will be able to manufacture 20 lakh machines in 1.5 years, but hats off to them, miracle, they manufactured the machines and 2019 elections were held very beautifully. There are some VVPAT issues, counting issues and all that. I have views on that. If you would like, I'll explain that also.
Oh, absolutely. But in your appreciation, sir, have the results silenced those who said India is becoming an elected autocracy, or that there's a democratic slide in India? Because questions have been raised about the organization you headed, that Election Commission is not impartial. So was the Election Commission unfairly targeted?
Yeah, no, I think Election Commission was unfairly targeted because of its wrong policy of keeping quiet. Keeping quiet is not the option. Even if I'm media shy, even if I'm normally reticent, nation wants to hear me if I'm the CEC. So, in fact, I used to advise them if they ask for my advice. I say, look, you should be more open. For instance, 26 parties seeking appointment and they not meeting them for 2.5 months was doing disservice to the cause of democracy and Election Commission. Meet them. Our doors should be open 24/7 because we have nothing to hide. So that was the mistake they made, for which they came for criticism. But otherwise, everything could have been explained. In fact, the 17C figures and whether there is variation and all that, till the counting evening, I was saying that I don't bother about that variation of the figures. For me, the sacrosanct are the figures which are sealed in the machine.
Absolutely.
And only a magician can change those figures. And that has been proved right.
So all these people, sir, all these people who say that if election results are in their favor, then EC is impartial. If they lose an election, EC is compromised. If court orders are in their favor, then courts are independent. If verdicts go against them, they question the independence of courts. Sir, are they doing disservice to our country and our democracy with this very selective approach, creating disharmony and ill will towards institutions in India?
Yeah, it is true that when questions are raised about elections, the whole world is looking at us, mind you. We have ambassadors of all the countries. What do they do the whole day? Send reports. The whole world is watching us, and therefore, whatever comments are made about the institutions, they are known to the whole world. And I'm glad that these results have restored global faith in democracy. I was particularly worried that, we are so proud of our EVM. Other countries come and see we make them visit our factories. They are trying to copy the EVM from us, and if they come into question, I'm glad that EVM passed the test, and it will arouse global interest because any controversy at least made our EVMs famous.
Oh, absolutely. You've answered these questions. For joining me here on this India Today special, former Chief Election Commissioner of India, Dr. S.Y. Qureshi, many thanks. The EVM has passed the test. Remember, there's something that Prime Minister Narendra Modi repeatedly says. He tells the whole world, India is the mother of democracy. And then there are those who tarnish our democracy by raising these questions about EVMs and electoral processes, and also about institutions in India. Perhaps the 2024 elections have answered those doubting Thomases. Let's now talk about Modi 3.0. Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke of the strength of the National Democratic Alliance. He said it was a seed that's now a huge tree. He spoke of the contribution of leaders like George Fernandes and Sardar Prakash Singh Badal, and also Balasaheb Thackeray. He spoke of late Sharad Yadav. But then he also spoke of how when 293 newly elected MPs came together, people saw their strength. He said, we hadn't lost. He spoke of the times to come. He said, mark my words carefully, I'm laying out a 10-year plan. There was a lot of clapping, there was a lot of laughter when the Prime Minister spoke of the agenda. Of course, TDP's Chandrababu Naidu and JDU's Nitish Kumar both very emphatically came out in their support for Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the NDA. Listen in.
स्वागत है भाई, स्वागत है, स्वागत है भाई, स्वागत है।
In a powerful display of unity and resolve, the NDA under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi sent a strong message of stability.
एक तरफ एनडीए रखो, दूसरी तरफ भारत के लोगों के सपने और संकल्पों को रखो, तो मैं कहूंगा एनडीए, न्यू इंडिया, डेवलप इंडिया, एस्पिरेशनल इंडिया। और इसी सपने और संकल्पों को पूरा करना, ये हम सबका संकल्प भी है, कमिटमेंट भी है और हमारे पास रोड मैप भी है।
एनडीए की बैठक में मैं माननीय राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी से
Key allies like Naidu and Nitish Kumar ended all doubts about their support for Modi.
बैठक को प्रारंभ करें।
NDA allies unanimously elected Narendra Modi as their alliance leader. JDU chief Nitish Kumar, while endorsing Modi for Prime Minister, expressed confidence of Modi 4.0.
आप जान लीजिए कि कुछ लोग, हम लोगों को तो अब लगता है कि अगली बार जो आप आइएगा ना, तो इस बार हम देखें कि कुछ इधर उधर कुछ जीत गया है, अगली बार सब हारेगा, हमको पूरा भरोसा है।
TDP chief Chandrababu Naidu asserted similar sentiments while extending support to Modi 3.0, calling it the proudest moment of his life.
Today, India is having a right leader, right time. That is Narendra Modi. मैं एनडीए के हमारे साथी।
Once again, Prime Minister's affection for LJP chief Chirag Paswan was on full display.
मैं चिराग पासवान, मेरी पार्टी लोक जनशक्ति पार्टी रामविलास की तरफ से एनडीए संसदीय दल के नेता पद पर श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नाम का समर्थन करता हूं।
जो देश को एक निश्चित दिशा में
Janasena chief also garnered praises from the Prime Minister.
अरे जो यहाँ दिखता है ना पवन, ये पवन नहीं, ये आंधी है।
Modi ji, you truly inspired the nation. As long as you are the Prime Minister of this country, our country will never bow down to anyone, sir.
Other NDA allies also hailed the upcoming Modi Raj.
बाबा साहेब ठाकरे जी के नेतृत्व में हमारे अब जो गठबंधन हुआ है, ये गठबंधन एक फेविकोल का जोड़ है, ये बिल्कुल टूटेगा नहीं।
On behalf of my party, I support Shri Narendra Modi ji.
With the display of full-fledged samarthan from its allies, the message is clear. Modi 3.0 is rock solid. Bureau Report, India Today.
ये पवन नहीं, ये आंधी है. Why did the Prime Minister say that? A quick break. On the other side, we'll get you details of the conversation the Prime Minister had with NDA allies, especially Chandrababu Naidu and Pawan Kalyan, on that historic mandate in Andhra Pradesh. Details coming up.
Introducing Motorola Edge 50 Fusion. Own the spotlight. An unparalleled election coverage with the team that wins every election. From unmatched on-ground reporting to real-time poll updates. Stay tuned to the Maximum channel for the maximum coverage.
Platinum Partner. Signature Finest Silver Elaichi, a premium product from Dilbag. Mankind Pharma, serving life. Intelligence meets art with the all-new Motorola Edge 50 Pro. Higher heavy-duty air conditioners. Gold Partner, Dulux Paints. Silver Partner, Supreme Total Piping Solution.
घर रुंगटा स्टील से बनाया होता तो रईस यहाँ से नहीं आ पाता। रुंगटा स्टील का यही कमाल, एक बार लगे चले सालों साल। रुंगटा स्टील TMD बार, एकदम सॉलिड।
विक्रम, आ तो गए, जाओगे कैसे?
बड़े आराम से।
देखिए ये देश
हेलो, मैं आ रहा हूँ और हाँ, भगा कर ले जाऊंगा।
सिक्योरिटी! भैया! भाग गए, पकड़ो उनको! हेलो!
बोला था ना, भगा कर ले जाऊंगा।
विक्रम!
एक हिंट तो देते?
हिंट।
बड़े आराम से।
सुप्रीम के 9000 से भी ज्यादा प्लम्बिंग एंड ड्रेनेज प्रोडक्ट्स और वाटर टैंक्स बने हैं क्वालिटी रॉ मटेरियल्स एंड इनोवेटिव डिजाइन से। सुप्रीम टोटल पाइपिंग सॉल्यूशन, जीवन भर का साथ।
No faking, no fuzzy, no falsehoods. Unbought, unfake live viewership.
The India Today Election Intelligence Dashboard is rocking it.
On India's big verdict day, India Today's viewership super smash.
If you looked at the voting percentage, it was less than 50%.
This is a real wake-up call for the double engine. Thriller in the election results, landslide for the #1 election channel.
लेकिन हिंदुस्तान के इतने महान लोकतंत्र की ताकत देखिए कि एनडीए आज देश में 22 राज्यों में लोगों ने उनको सरकार बना करके सेवा करने का मौका दिया। हमारा ये अलायंस सच्चे अर्थ में भारत की असली जो स्पिरिट है, जो भारत का आत्मा है, भारत की जड़ों में जो रचा बसा है, उसका एक अर्थ में प्रतिबिंब है।
And in his address in the central hall of the parliament, the Prime Minister referred to inroads that the Bharatiya Janata Party had made in the southern part of our country. He spoke of the historic mandate for the NDA in Andhra Pradesh. He hailed Chandrababu Naidu. He hailed Pawan Kalyan. In fact, he had some special words for Pawan Kalyan. He said, "Ye Pawan nahi, ye Andhi hai. This is not gentle breeze. This is a storm," he said.
आंध्र, मैं अबू बाबू को पूछ रहा था, बोले हिस्टोरिकली ये सबसे हाईएस्ट विक्ट्री है। और ये जो यहाँ दिखता है ना पवन, ये पवन नहीं, ये आंधी है। आंध्र ने इतना बड़ा हमारे प्रति जनमत दिया है जी। हिंदुस्तान के लिए एक सामान्य मानवी की विकास की जो जिजीविषा है, उसका प्रतिबिंब है।
So the swearing in is on Sunday, the 9th of June, and we will continue to track developments on this big story very, very closely. But that is all I have for you on India First this evening. Many thanks for watching.
Naidu 4.0 locked and loaded. It's been a stunning mandate in favor of Chandrababu Naidu. With the people of Andhra Pradesh choosing a bleeding yellow. Naidu has been all smiles since knowing fully well that this has been a historic verdict. Cutting Jagan Mohan Reddy to size, Naidu has made a comeback like never before. Seizing majority seats in both the assembly and the parliament fight in Andhra Pradesh. Jagan has been left completely stunned.
నా రాజకీయ జీవితం అంతా కూడా ప్రతిపక్షంలోనే గడిపా. 5 సంవత్సరాలు తప్ప పోరాటాలే చేశా. రాజకీయ జీవితంలో ఎవడు చూడని కష్టాలు కూడా అనుభవించా. ఆల్ ది వెరీ బెస్ట్ గవర్నమెంట్లోకి వచ్చిన వాళ్ళకు.
But for Chandrababu Naidu, he knows that this is a mandate to perform, to develop Andhra Pradesh and give it a long pending demand of a capital city.
Apart from special status, we don't have any differences. I got all other things done. That is a sentimental in Andhra Pradesh. That's why I deferred. But that also, this man has promised that he will get special status.
Prime Minister has promised you now?
No. That's what Jagan Mohan Reddy promised to the people of Andhra Pradesh. He will get special status. What happened? Not only special status, he destroyed the development. He destroyed the future. Now it is my responsibility to protect.
Naidu now is in a commanding position in Delhi and Andhra Pradesh, and he's made it very clear that he is with the NDA.
How can we contest elections if you are not a part of NDA? 3 parties combined we collected. Why you got that doubt, I don't know.
But the biggest test for him is to now steer the capital waters. With support from government at the centre, he will now have to negotiate for a financial package that will ensure Andhra Pradesh's development. With Akshita Anand Gopal, Bureau Report, India Today.
Co-presented by आपका जॉय भारत का जॉय ई-बाइक. Co-presented by
ग्रीन लैम लैमिनेट्स, कुछ मेरा कुछ तुम्हारा.
Driven by
JK टायर, देश का टायर. Powered by MP Birla Cement Perfect Plus, Concrete Special.
Co-powered by
Parul University, Vadodara, Gujarat. Co-powered by Panasonic AC for smart homes. Signature Finest Silver Elaichi, a premium product from Dilbar. Supreme Total Piping Solutions, जीवन भर का साथ. अच्छी नींद पेप्स की गारंटी. पेप्स, the dream makers.
Hello and welcome to this India Today special, where we are joined today by a very special guest. Nara Lokesh is the General Secretary of the Telugu Desam Party. Many believe he is the future of the party, which is headed by his father, the Chief Minister incumbent, Chandrababu Naidu. Nara Lokesh, appreciate your joining us here on India Today. First of all, many congratulations on what is a remarkable victory that you've achieved. Has it sunk in, the scale of the victory in Andhra Pradesh?
Thank you very much for having me. You know, as I told you, I take my victory as I take my defeats. It's very humbling. I think it's a great lesson for all the policy makers that there is no place for arrogance in governance. You know, a party that got 151 seats in 2019 has been reduced to 11. So people's mandate is quite clear. They want people's governance.
But tell me, Nara Lokesh, you're saying this is a defeat for arrogance. But just a few months ago, most people were suggesting that the TDP was a party that perhaps was in a do-or-die situation, a party on the decline. And then suddenly you have this remarkable victory. What changed? Is it the arrogance, as you are calling it, of the Jagan Mohan Reddy government that propelled you to power? Or is there something that you did? When did this election turn according to you?
No, from the day Jagan Mohan Reddy formed the government, all his decisions were related to destruction of the state. You know, the economic destruction, the social destruction, the physical assets being destroyed. And from day one, we were fighting against this government. It could be the tree capitals issue or destroying the Praja Vedika building or numerous other decisions taken. From day one, we were fighting against this government. So while Pandits wrote us away, I never wrote Telugu Desam Party away. You know, historically, if you've seen Telugu Desam Party, people have been writing us away and we keep coming back stronger. And this is one such mandate. So, you know, all the three parties also came together and the people of Andhra Pradesh were very clear. They wanted a stable, clean, good governance, people's government to win. And that is one of the reasons why we were able to win with this kind of majorities also.
The reason I'm asking you, Nara Lokesh, this is you embarked on a yatra, 4,000-kilometer yatra across Andhra Pradesh last year in January. Then in September last year, your father, Chandrababu Naidu ji, is arrested. He spends 40-odd days in jail. Then a few months later, you tie up with the BJP and Pawan Kalyan Janasena. Which of these three events, according to you, changed the election? The yatra, your father's arrest, or your eventual tie-up with the BJP Janasena?
All three, all of the above. So, you know, Yuvagalam Padayatra, which I took about, aim was to do 4,000 kilometers, but because of Mr. Naidu's arrest, I was not able to complete all the 4,000 kilometers. I completed 3,132 kilometers. It gave me a great opportunity to go back to the public, understand the mistakes of a past government and the areas that we can improve, understand their aspirations much better, and then bring all that to our manifesto. So if you look at our first promise in a manifesto is to create 20 lakh jobs. And that came from my Padayatra. So that is one part. Of course, Mr. Naidu's arrest has also helped us. No second thought about it. Because people believe that his arrest was unjust. People understand Mr. Naidu's government. You can call him anything, but you cannot call him corrupt. Generally, when a politician is arrested, every day one of his scandals come out. But, you know, when Mr. Naidu was arrested, all his good work came out. Every day, one good news used to come out. And, you know, in Hyderabad, 45,000 IT professionals did a gratitude concert for Mr. Naidu on their own when Mr. Naidu was in judicial remand. So it just made us, it was a sort of a great message to us as a party and personally for the family that we have to remain strong. We did so much of good work and we should not let this go just because of one small speed breaker, as I call it. And then subsequent to that, I know Pawanji came forward for the tie-up and then we officially became part of the NDA. So I think, you know, looking back, it all seems very synchronized, but it's anything but. So I believe that all three together helped us propel and, you know, get such kind of a resounding mandate.
The reason I'm asking you this, Nara Lokesh, is you will recall when you first entered politics, you even became a minister in the previous Chandrababu Naidu government, and then in 2019 when you lost your election, there was a lot of criticism that Nara Lokesh, MBA from Stanford, has been somehow parachuted into Andhra politics. He's a dentist. There was a lot of criticism in a way of the fact that should you have been given the kind of privileges that you were only being given them as Chandrababu Naidu's son, and as a graduate from Stanford, MBA from Stanford, you were not fully attuned with Andhra politics. Was that difficult for you to make that transition, and do you feel today in a way vindicated that you proved yourself?
See, I mean, just because I hit the genetic gene point, that doesn't mean it should be held against me. I think it's for people to decide whether I'm competent, capable, and I deserve to be where I should be. In 2019, I contested from a constituency called Mangalgiri, which Telugu Desam Party has never won since 1985. Though I lost, I've remained committed to my constituency for 5 years, and today I won the constituency with 91,413 votes. So people have decided. Back then they said, boy, work hard for 5 years, we want to see you, we want to see what you're capable of. And now they saw me, and 5 years I remained committed to my constituency, and they gave me that kind of a resounding mandate. And the state is no different. You know, they felt I needed to work hard, and I worked hard. The Padayatra is one part of it. Any issue, I was always there in the field. You know, there was lathi charge against students on various issues. I went, I stood by them. I was dragged to police station 7 times. 26 false cases have been foisted against me. I have an attempt to murder case pending against me. I have an SC/ST case pending against me. So, and I've gone it all. I've seen it all. So I think it's just that all of us have to go through our own process, like we would do in a professional setting or in a political setting. And it's for public to decide whether I belong there or I should be out.
So no sense of vindictiveness, no sense of vendetta. There's a sense that because Jagan Mohan Reddy's government put your father in jail, arrested him, that now that y'all are coming to power, you will do to Jagan Mohan Reddy what he did to you. Is there going to be this politics, this cycle of revenge that Andhra Pradesh is entering into?
Well, see, if you look at Mr. Naidu's governance, there's never been vindictive politics. There's never been any harassment. 5 years when he was chief minister between 2014 and 19, Jagan Mohan Reddy did a Padayatra back then. We gave him a lot of security. He had security more than the chief minister back then. We allowed him to do what the constitution allows him to do. So we upheld the constitution. But what has happened in the last 5 years is false cases have been foisted against us. We've been sent to jail. Pre-2019, there's not even one case against me. I never went to the police station. Now there are 26 cases against me. There's an attempt to murder case against me. There is an SC/ST case foisted against me. I've been taken to the police station 7 times. I truly believe that the officials who are responsible for upholding the law, should be, there has to be an inquiry. And I truly believe that. I spoke about it during my Padayatra. It's not just me.